All right, we're going to do a little night flight. Get out of North Platte, Nebraska, cross the state, and get into Omaha. I'm going to go VFR direct to Omaha. I'm not taking any routes. We have a totally clear night. So I'm not picking up any kind of flight following or anything. The only ATC we're going to grab is approach when we get to Omaha. So just getting everything situated here. 72, squawk altitude. Let's see. All right, let's get our frequencies. ASOS. All right, airport elevation 2777. There. Gotta hurry up and get off here. I had an edible about a half hour ago, so I want to make sure all the tough stuff is done before that kicks in. Unicom's 123.0. Let's see if I can get kind of ASOS. So 118.425. Doesn't sound like I'm going to do anything. Well,
visibility 10. Sky conditions clear.
Clear.
Temperature -7.
Cold.
Dew point -14.
10 degrees.
Altimeter 3030.
3030.
Density altitude 400 feet.
That's it. Anyway.
North Platte Regional Airport. Automated surface observation. 2353 Zulu. Wind 295 at 4. Visibility 10.
4.
Sky conditions clear. Temperature
right,
-7.
So we're going to be departing to the
Dew point
east.
-14. Altimeter 3030. Density altitude 400
So I'm going to depart runway 17, which is right
North
by me.
Platte Regional Airport. Automated service.
Call it the Unicom in a second. So let me just, I'm over at the east hangars. So let's taxi up a little bit and get a look here. Don't need that strobe light yet.
Traffic cup 902-273 is departing the active 17.
Okay. Can you get out of the way, buddy? I'm trying to taxi here. What are we doing, X-Plane? What's this guy doing? Just hanging out in the middle of the taxiway here. It's not my ride. It was my Uber. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for showing me North Platte.
Traffic 32 November is about 2 miles to the northwest of the field, and we're going to be departing here to the northwest at 3,000 feet. Last call.
North Platte traffic, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet is taxiing from the east hangar to runway 17. Should have said via Delta, I guess, or via my path, which is via Charlie Delta. 7. So when we depart, we're going to be departing to the south. We'll just make a left turn. Let's go direct Omaha on the GPS. KOMA. I believe that's like a historic. Pretty sure that's like a historic airport for some reason. I can't remember why. Okay, lights are all on. What am I climbing to here? 5,500, I believe. I could even do lower than that. I could go as low as 3,500. Be cutting it a little close over some hills. Probably, yeah, I'm gonna go 5,500. Didn't really plot a course or anything for this flight. I just wanted to get a weeknight flight in at night. Just flying over Nebraska basically, so not much to see. A night flight would be cool. Not too much terrain to worry about. Okay, good to go. North Platte traffic, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet's departing runway 17. You're going to make a left turn, depart to the east, climbing to 5,500 feet. North Platte traffic. Yeah, that's how you do a radio call. All right. Nebraska at night in January. All right, hold my RPM. It's 2,200. That's okay. All right, we're good. 55, rotate. Some rudders. Okay, climb at 70.
Traffic, 8431, we put departure pattern to the south, straight out. Traffic.
About 700 feet AGL. Start our left-hand turn. All right. Stay on this heading for a couple hours. Should be across Nebraska. Start getting into more civilized parts of the country, or I should say more developed at least. Less mountainous. Passing 4,000. So I will be going over some peaks. Keep the terrain page on here. And not sure how this looks at night, but oh, what was that? Something binged. adjust my trim a little bit here. This is an aggressive climb. I feel like my visuals are falling apart here a little bit. Okay, we're going to level off here at 5,500. Lean the mixture. I'm going to kill the landing and taxi lights. Outdoors. Clear night. Good night to fly. Oh, more RPMs better than I do. 2,300 RPMs. So it looks like I'm arrived at Omaha in an hour 49. It looks like we'll be on the eastern half of the United States from there. In the green. Start seeing a lot more towns and established areas once we get to Omaha. Lincoln's right before there. Those cities are really like on the edge. There's really not much between like Lincoln, Omaha, and Denver, Salt Lake. Just a lot of wide open space out there. You know, everybody in this country has to try to pack into the most expensive areas. I know that's where like a lot of the opportunities are and there's cool stuff, but you have to pay that to live. If you can afford it though. Good for you. It's pretty glare free, you just can't really see anything. Panel. It's out of here. Kind of quiet. Let's listen to some ATC. See where the nearest center is. Denver 132.7. Just listening.
Dispatch 24.0 for 280. Onboard 3903, report some light water turbulence, hailing westbound
So after I finish this return flight to Rochester, I'm going to resume Pilot Edge again and roll through the I ratings. Now I did all the cat ratings, so I'm gonna start lining up, looking into I1, what I got to do for that. That stuff is so fun, talking to live ATC. It's so helpful. Like they've corrected me on so many issues that Say Intentions can't. Nothing against Say Intentions. I mean, they do what they do. That's what Pilot Edge is so good for. Like I would say things on set, like for instance, Say Intentions. Whenever my home airport, Rochester, whenever I depart out of it, it's a Charlie, so I'd always request VFR clearance. So I'd always say, whatever my call sign was, request VFR clearance. And then I did that on Pilot Edge. They said, what do you mean clearance? You don't request clearance out of a Charlie. You don't require clearance. Clearance is only for Bravo. It's Bravo to enter Bravo for airspace. Charlie, all they have to do is say your call sign. So you don't request clearance. You just say VFR to the south with. So I fixed that problem. And I forgot I was requesting a VFR departure, and I forgot. I never included my altitude, and Say Intentions never asked for it. I think that it was if I was departing a Charlie. VFR. So it's Thursday night. Local time is 8:46 in the Sim. East Coast where I am, it is 9:46 p.m. I think. Hope so. Yeah, not 10:46. So looks like I'll be up late tonight, up to midnight probably. So if I can stay up that late with this edible, I might just find some little municipal airport out in the middle of nowhere out here and sleep in the plane. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling it now. Whew. Nice skirts.
November 48, Gulf Lima, contact center 123.87. 387, and then I see something. 4085 to 783.270.
My buddy gave me a huge batch of 20 cookies, and like one cookie's got to have close to 75 milligrams. I took a bite when I got home today. An hour after, I was like, whoa, all right. And my tolerance is through the roof. I take 25s, 30s, no problem. Functioning, doing the task I need other than like going to work, obviously. Driving. Things you shouldn't do, right? But I function totally fine. It's just the way that would calm me down a little bit. But this guy coming through like cookies. So good.
X-ray Alpha Juliet Victor Charlie, descending takes flight level 300.
This has been a lot of fun though, man. Like building this stuff, and it's been a really cool hobby. I've had a lot of fun recording these videos too. Watching them back, it's actually very helpful to see where I would screw up.
Meter 4882.
See what I could have done differently, what I should have said differently, what I said wrong. A more efficient way of doing things. Like I had a weird departure out of a Delta yesterday because I had to depart. Another perfect example. My pilot, I had to depart the airspace to the east, but they set me up on a western runway, and they never said cleared for a downwind departure or anything like that. They just said fly runway heading, or no, they didn't say fly runway heading. I'm sorry, it wasn't higher for a flight. They just said a VFR. They gave me a VFR altitude to stay under, but they never. I don't understand that. Like usually, would they tell you when ATC tell you that they're clearing you for a downwind departure? Not clear you, but give you instructions to fly downwind departure. So many little nuances that I'm trying to figure out, but that's where Pilot Edge is going to really help me. And I'm looking forward to the I ratings because I'm going to replace the 430. This is the GNS 430. I'm going to replace this unit with like a touchscreen monitor and load up the GTN 650. So I'm just going to go that route. It's got the, it'll have like a direct tube and a dual encoder. That's it. It'll be so much easier to load approaches and waypoints. This thing is a disaster. I like the equipment, but just I can't be screwing around with these freaking encoders anymore. It just takes way too much time. And if I'm trying to learn to fly manual, fly through procedures manually, the last thing I need is for this thing to be malfunctioning, which I know in the real world can happen, but this is not malfunctioning because of like a real world simulation. It's just the hardware is failing, and I would replace it in the real world. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have a touchscreen monitor, no more knobs. Put the GTN 650 in there. Have a bigger screen. I'll get a better look at my terrain and airspaces around me with airspace and altitudes included. My frequencies will show up, like right now, this is loaded in as 132.7. I know it's Denver Center, but in the 650, it'll say Denver Center. Like I'll never, it'll remind me who I'm tuned into, which for Pilot Edge is very helpful. Because I don't know, I get like nervous when I do those Pilot Edge flights.
Yeah, 611 to finish out, position to maintain 4340.
You know what I did not do though? I never refueled the plane at North Platte after my last leg. So I hope I'm going to have enough fuel to get to Omaha. If not, I'll cut the flight short. That's fine. Make a little headway. Just have a little rest stop. We'll see how far I can get. I'm not going to do anything stupid. I'm too far for that.
About 300 trips. You said that.
I hope the view's good on that. It's over here like you're getting some. Let's go like this view then. More on the side.
197 common maintain level 340.
Fucking shit right now.
Envoy 3903 across Albany at maintain level 240. Cross Albany at 240, Envoy 3903. Envoy 3903, contact.
The advantages of doing this at night are I don't have to get up 4 times to change the diaper in the middle of the flight. Hence causing a crash.
November 843 goes to your head, officer 123.75.
Yeah, the more I use this thing and record and upload my videos, I'm trying to think of like what to do next. Like I like to have little goals and things to do, so not really what I want to, sure what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fly across the country. That's a big one. Simulating a purchase of this exact aircraft. So this is this actual Skyhawk. It's 172. I forget the model, to be honest with you. I think it might be an N. I think it is an N. But the call sign is 5385 Juliet. So I'm basically simulating that I purchased it and I have to transport it myself from Oakland, California to Rochester, New York, while we hit some bad turbulence. Whoa, really bad turbulence. Oh my god. My seats bumped me so hard. Worried about waking up my kids. Whoa, what's going on? Jeez. Please don't wake my kids up. I was just talking about diapers. So after getting severe turbulence here, I think I gotta report this. I'll get flight following. Denver Center, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet is 20 miles east of North Platte, Nebraska. At 5,500 feet, request flight following to Omaha.
'85 Juliet Squawk 5262 and IDED.
5262 IDEN. 85 Juliet. Come on, give me some radar contact. I'm picking up flight following just because that was
85 Juliet, radar contact, 6 south of Hosel at 5,500 feet, heading 073, Callaway altimeter 30.25.
oh, Callaway altimeter 3025, 85 Juliet, thanks. Okay, there we go.
7793, maintain your present heading vector for your climb. 790.
So if I do make it to Omaha, flying into the biggest city of the trip so far. Definitely the biggest airport, Class Delta. I think honestly this is the first, or I'm sorry, Class Charlie. I think this will be the first Howard airport that I'll have flown into. Or no, I think Casper. Casper was a Delta, I think.
179, feel free traffic at your 11 o'clock and 7 miles westbound is the Airbus.
Plus, oh, when I was in Salt Lake too, never mind. Salt Lake's a bigger city than Omaha. What am I talking about? So I think. It'll look cool flying into Omaha at night. That's what I was hoping to do, but again, I should have filled up. I was in such a hurry to get out because it was so late. My kids went to bed late tonight. It's a school night. I'm trying to put my son to bed and my daughter. Or me.
921, contact center 121.35.
Oh, yeah, that was in full effect right now. I'm going to sleep like a baby. Fall asleep in this chair. This channel is way more like ASMR than entertainment for me. This is why the only reason I do this channel is these videos are so boring that I just fall asleep to them at night. I put them on like trying to watch my flight back and catch mistakes, see what went right. And I just pass out. Maybe it's because I think it's pretty fun. In a good way. ASMR. If you want to watch, thank you. It's pretty humbling to think that I have over 50 subscribers now. Like, I never was planning on really getting subscribers. I know I like put stuff out there and like hashtag it, but it's cool that there's a community that's into this stuff because it's really freaking cool. Like every part of it. Like, I think for me the most fun part was building the cockpit. Like just the time it took me to like really think it through and build the desk, fit the TV stand, everything. I mean, I moved this panel. I built the panel and I moved it back and forth so many times. Ultimately, I settled on pushing it back. Normally, I had it like flush right up against the base of the yoke, right above here. So this was like one solid wall up. But the problem with that is it just obstructed a lot of the view in the sides here. And I like in the Cessna the view out of the side here, especially when you're taking off. It gives you a really good sense of your pitch. So I didn't want to block that view. This gives me like a nice surface to set drinks on, which I could actually go for right now. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a beer. I better tell Denver Center, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet. We'll be right back. I gotta go grab a beer. I told him. Whoops.
85 Juliet, please confirm your intentions and ensure you maintain communication on this frequency. And 793, traffic at your 1 block and 5 miles, westbound, Airline 3, final 250. Okay, we're up and down 793. Delta 2964, traffic at your 930 to 10 o'clock and 4 miles, northbound, 717 out of 19, actually out of 20 to 21. Delta 2964 is working.
No beer, but I got some Prosecco. No beer, but I got Prosecco. And I gotta throw on the Bills hat. Show a little support for biggest game in a very, very long time here in Buffalo. Again. Everyone's hopes are so high, but they're not, because everybody realistically knows that the Chiefs have beaten us in the playoffs 3 years in a row and are essentially probably the only reason we don't have a Super Bowl right now. And it's tough because they're so good, and like, you don't want to hate them, but they're like standing in the way. You just getting one, because that's all we want, guys. We don't need the dynasty. You already have that. What else do you need? Just give us one. Don't give it to us, but you know what I mean.
Computer 573, contact center 121 435. 2135.
Well, if you're gonna fly, you don't want to be dry. Just kidding.
Center 1, not going to 609, 630. 436 here, 9 confirmation, follow 240.
Distance 166 nautical miles. 16. So we started off with about 22 gallons of fuel. That was less than half of our tanks. But we're light, so we're cruising along pretty good. Fuel flow, I'm going to lean it out a little more, see if we can't stretch this fuel. We're at a pretty ideal altitude for fuel consumption, so we should be able to draw it out a little bit. Hour 22 to Omaha. Let's see. The thing is, you don't want to get, well, no, there's plenty of airports in between, so it's not like we're not going to run out of fuel in the middle of nowhere. There's more turbulence.
Computer 5003, right?
Active sky is sick, by the way. Like, I'm not a fan of the abrupt weather changes. Obviously, I've said that before, but
Boy, 3903.
I love the airflow patterns, the air effects, the wind effects, the turbulence. It's just, when you couple it with the butt kicker, it feels very authentic. On top of the enhanced flight dynamics and the reality expansion pack, I mean, this thing is, I don't think you can get better than this on a home flight simulator in terms of authenticity. In terms of like the flight model and the characteristics between this aircraft and Airfoil Labs. Ultimately, this is my favorite, the laminar default. Airfoil Labs was all I used for 8 months, every single flight. Like, that was my aircraft. 5255 Romeo was the call sign, but it just, there were things about it that I just didn't like. Like, it was a pain in the ass to start. Like, I always could, but like, you had to always pump it no matter what. Like, it could be a 90-degree day and you have to pump it for 5 seconds. This one, I think, it's got a more realistic starting procedure. Like, you have to heat it. Like, if the engine temperature is cold, it takes a really long time for the oil temp to come up.
3903, contact 028.1. 40.1.
Fuel's looking good. We're definitely going to be on low fuel if we get there, if we do make it. That much I can guarantee, but I think we might be able to make it. If we're at 8:16, we got 16 gallons of fuel right now. Our fuel flow is at about 7 an hour, which is right where we want to be. So we should have about, we'll have a little under a quarter tank left, I think, and make it. I think we're good. I gotta stay on course though. I'm not paying attention to my heading. It's the Prosecco and the edible. It's the cook cut. Come on, man, let's go. The thing I would love to do, I mean, my dream sim pit here would be like a business jet. Like I would want to like try to figure out a way to map as much as I could out of the Hot Start 650 Challenger. Do like an actual business jet, and it's possible. I mean, with what Air Manager has now, like the way you can integrate all these screens, you could get the whole setup, get everything you need. I mean, I don't want to invest any more money into it. Like, I don't want to, you need different controls. It's just, that would be the most fun way to fly, I think. Flying like the Citations and the Challengers. Because you could hit all the major cities international, and you could get across the Atlantic, no problem. You switch to fly like New York to London, New York to Paris. We're down to South America. Miami to Rio or something. That'd be sick. But this is fun too because you get like you get a great view of the landscape. Like, you're more in it. You see it better. You're slower. You're not just zipping by it all from 8 miles up. I don't see much up there. What good are visuals? 8 miles.
United 439, contact 123.87. 123.87, United 439, yes.
Hour 16. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna make it. We'll make it to Omaha tonight. Sleep well. In a nice urban setting. Get some good food finally. No offense, I'm sure there's some decent restaurants in North Platte, Nebraska. Casper, Wyoming. Sorry if you're from there. I doubt it. I doubt anybody from either of those places is watching my flights and channel on YouTube with my 50 subscribers. It'd be pretty ironic though, and I apologize. Like and subscribe. Oh, this fucking animal feels great. The way I ended that. Oh, wish I could listen to some music or something. No, I'm gonna load up Omaha right now. Holy shit, that's a big airport. Alright, General Aviation's over to the east next to U.S. Customs. They're gonna have dogs. They're gonna smell my edible. I'm paranoid, man. Yeah, I better go to a municipal airport where nobody will be. Alright, so let's see.
300 to sit now, Federal 340, then cross 30 miles northeast of Albany, Federal 240.
Let's get the frequencies in. So their ATIS is 120.4. I should have guard on too. So what guard is 121.5? That should always be monitored. That's an emergency frequency, so you can broadcast to it or listen to people who are going through an emergency and broadcast that. Call for help. What is that? It's the second time I've heard that. Attention all aircraft, apologies. Brian may have accidentally sent out that last strange broadcast. Rest assured he's being punished. Oh, say intentions. You guys have some fun. Stop interrupting my flight, Brian. Just kidding. Those guys are awesome, man. Beyond ATC2, I started to look at that too. I like that concept, man. I don't like the subscription. As cool as Say Intentions is, and as better as it's getting, I mean, it's really improving. I just don't know that they're going to dump the same resources into X-Plane that they are as Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I understand, business-wise. I mean, it's a video game everybody plays. But I don't know how I feel if the prices don't go down more, if I'm paying the same costs that I'm going to do this and Pilot Edge, because I've got Pilot Edge for a year. I still use that a lot. That is definitely the most helpful, without a doubt. Say Intentions is good for just practice. Pilot Edge is good for feedback and real teaching, real education. It doesn't count as education, so obviously nothing that I say or do should ever be used as that, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I just learned this on my own and I have fun with it. I do it when I smoke or have a few drinks. It's fun. Kids are asleep, too tired to go out. Go for a flight in my spare room. Go for a flight in my music room. Oh, that's what I should do. I should grab the bass, play some bass lines while I'm flying on autopilot. Do a little bass line like that. Although this is Nebraska, so probably be a song about pickup trucks. Don't worry, Nebraska. I have a pickup truck. It's okay. I'm not making fun of you. It's okay to have a pickup truck. But you can tell about a lot. You can tell a lot about a person when you see their pickup truck. That's all I need to say about that. That's all there is to say about that. Dude, this would be really fun to like live stream and do this, like with other people, or to like co-fly. So if any of you out there fly on X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think you could do it. Like we could do like a pilot edge flight together or something like that. You ever want to coordinate that? Hit me up. That would be fun. I always like look in pilot edge at the map and see where people are like departing or arriving to, and I try to like spawn in that vicinity and fly in and out of there, or fly like a traffic pattern while they're coming in and out, just to get comfortable with other traffic. That's a lot of fun. So I'd love to like look at like an organized event. I know VATSIM does a lot of stuff like that, but I'm not crazy. I've tried VATSIM.
85 Juliet, contact Minneapolis Center on 126.05.
Minneapolis.
Southwest 883, just your price.
Over to Minneapolis on 126.05. 85 Juliet. Have a good night. So have a good night too. Good morning, Minneapolis. Minneapolis Center, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet is with you at 5,700 feet.
Skyhawk 5385 Juliet, Minneapolis Center. Good evening, loop altimeter 30.22.
3022, 85 Juliet. Is that a guy or a girl? It's either a very feminine male or a very masculine female. Couldn't tell. Should I ask a question? Minneapolis Center, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet. Can I get a wind direction, please?
Um, 85 Juliet, winds 300 degrees at 4 knots.
That's a man. Roger, thanks. 85 Juliet. That's a man. It's a little over an hour away. Yeah, we're good, man. We're gonna make it. We're gonna have a fuel. We're gonna be on low fuel, like the low fuel indicators. Yeah, we'll definitely be on. Let's see where we are on the map. Oh, Lincoln, Nebraska will be out that way. Kansas is that way. There's no place like home. Never been to Kansas. Been to Nebraska. Yep. It's not my favorite state. Nothing against the people out here, but like this part of the country is just so flat. Not a fan of tornadoes. They honestly scare the living shit out of me. How am I climbing? Going up, I'm up to like, I need an altimeter. Minneapolis, can I get an altimeter, please, if I do it? This is gonna be that guy again.
85 Juliet, loop altimeter is 30.22.
Thank you, 3022, 85 Juliet. He does not like me. Sorry, man. It's your job. You gotta tell me the answers when I'm high. Oh, I need some music. What's Omaha? Let's see. This is 120.4. That's ready to go. Clearance, ground, tower, departure. So I don't want departure. Yeah, departure. That's the same thing as approach. So I'll pump that into 135.87. 35.87. So that's who I will contact within 20 miles. I'll be 20 miles to the west. That's when I'll contact them. It's also when I'll start my descent. Airport elevation.
Number 813 Bravo Bravo, maintain level 190.
See, we're back. We're low. 985 feet, under 1,000 feet. Easy peasy. That's the one thing I do like about this part of the country. You're flying general aviation. You're not flying through the Sierras and the Rockies in winter. Almost got killed twice. 3 times. Twice in one flight. This part of the journey will be safer and I'll be more careful. Except for the whole
Southwest 17
flying low on fuel.
123.75.
Just a little bit. So, I don't want to change the speed. There we go. I got some restricted airspace around us, or MOAs at least. So I need to be at, say, 20. Is that Red River? What river is this?
2488.
So I can't see, but on the 650 touch, I'll see that.
Okay, we'll maintain.
The only problem with that is I got to figure out another USB port. I can daisy chain it with the 350 maybe. Audio panel selector. That's probably what I'll do. Because I'm out of ports. All of these, you should see how many. I had to block it with the curtain cords are so bad. It's impossible to. I know a lot of people keep those cords well tamed, but my setup, no way. With this desk, the way I got it situated, I didn't put. If I would have done it differently, and if you ever build a home cockpit, like you watch this and you're like, dude, I want that, I want to build that, make sure you build a power strip like on the desk, like attach a power strip to your desk. Don't plug everything into the wall or into like a surge protector. You need all those cords to be close. Because mine, like I spread it out, like it's just. But I don't care. Like I don't look at it, so why does it have to be deep where I never see it? Gives a shit. Some people are just OCD about that kind of thing, but I put a curtain there. The curtain looks sweet. Kind of like has a little glow in the dark feature with the LEDs behind it. I can change the color of the LEDs too. Let's try that. Let's try a different color. Or you could do like a flashing pattern.
Let's be 5 Goodbye, North 199. Okay, you can figure that out there.
Alright, so let's see what I can do here. White, that's a nice color. So like white like that, how's that look? I don't know if you can even see it.
64, contact center 119.95.
White,
1995, took a 560.
this is the one I had. Oh no, you're not gonna work. Blue, that's the one I had. I like that one. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's too much red. That's cool. That's cool. Nope. Oh. I like that. Go with that. Tough. Definitely. That's the angle. A little bit of that. How much is this video? 55 minutes. How far are we from Omaha? hour 7.
Getting around to Fort Further, our direction. Yeah, we just talked to them earlier. The next section to the northeast, they're getting good vibes all up. Okay, well, let's leave that fodder in here. Okay, I know from the west, the top is moving in from the west. We had some bad rides up there, but it should slow down soon. So. Alright,
Oh man, this cookie, easy 60
so
milligrams.
one on my office. Go ahead. One for the one on my
I can
phone.
tell
I
just
think
by,
they 6,000, all the out there.
I eat 40s, no problem. They get me very relaxed, but this is, if I wasn't recording in the seat right now, I would be going to sleep. I'm forcing myself to finish this flight. So I'm a finisher, damn it.
Right, 13 Bravo, contact center 13342.
No, but this is a fun way to actually spend it. It's very relaxing. Again, the ASMR, just listening to the ATC chatter, it's a cool environment. Very like isolated. A very isolated feeling being up in a plane like this. In a good way. Kind of feel like you're on top of the world a little bit. See everything for what it really is. How insignificant it is. How insignificant we are, and yet how much we should appreciate everything. Because of that fact. It's just one way to do it.
Contact center 135.32.
Okay, should have a way.
You have a good day. You too.
That's the edible talk. No, it's all right. I'd be shocked if anybody's listening to these commentaries, so I don't give a shit. I'm just saying whatever I want to say. It's more fun. Talking like I would talk if I was flying with my best friend from high school or something.
199, contact 0132.65.
Okay, we're starting to eat up a little gas now. I was confident we were going to make it. Still am, but not quite as confident.
You got 6105, get a 123, so 2375. Okay.
Catching a lot of turbulence tonight. And I think this just comes with the territory flying active sky in January. Although it is a clear night, it is a clear night in January, which is never, it's clear in terms of its visibility. They are cold, it can be windy. Not so much at the surface, but well, yeah, at the surface too, but I'm saying even if it's not very windy at the surface, it's always gusty. I lived in these conditions my whole life, just bleak winters. But I don't really see them as bleak. I kind of love it. It's very like refreshing. After like a hot, humid summer, just when fall hits, you feel that cool, just clean, not humid air. 50 to 55 degrees to 65 degrees in that range. You get that for many, many months. It's gorgeous. Spend every second out in the backyard, outdoors. Now that my kids are getting a little older, my son particularly, I'm hoping that we can start getting out more with the whole family. The weather warms up. They're not sick. Sick all fall, all winter, 2 years in a row now. Just horrible, non-stop. One fucking thing after another. Probably another reason I'm up here. I built a flight simulator to escape. Holy shit, I'm glued to this sea. Glued. Loop River. I'm flying over the Loop River. See, but with the 650, you'll see like a detailed VFR map of everything, like all the terrain. You'll see a detailed map out of it. You'll see the restricted airspace, but like in detail. You'll see the altitudes of the restricted or in the Charlie, Delta, Bravos. And all that information shows up. So you see it in like real map format versus the GNS series, which is obviously not that. This is cool for what it is. Like I like this thing. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'll hold on to it. Maybe see if I can't get these encoders fixed. If I can, then I'll figure out a way to reintegrate it. Maybe put it below the 650 so I can practice on both, and then just shift all this down a notch. I don't even really want autopilot. It's kind of pointless to fly this autopilot. But sometimes I just need it. Like right now, I could never maintain this feeling like I do. I don't know how I'm going to land. Stay tuned. I'll be fine. I would never do this in real life. But highly recommend it in the simulator. It's fun. Let's check the weather here. Oh yeah, okay. No clouds. The clouds all cleared off to the east. So it's clear skies right into Omaha. Assuming active sky is accurate, which it has been lately. Just the only problem I have with it is a lot of the times here in Brighton, it'll be snowing, or it won't be snowing, I'm sorry, and I'll load up the sim with active sky, it'll be snowing in the sim. But outside, it's not. I mean, it'll be cloudy, and I think it has something to do with the fact that they can't distinguish between the kind of clouds that produce snow and which ones are actually producing snow. So it kind of just blankets it, or maybe looks at like trends and scatters it. I don't know, based on historical data. I think my favorite part of this sim, everything that I added to it, like I love the desktop pilot stuff. It's good. The throttle broke off, and like they told me to send it back, and then they would send me a new one. I never did that. I never got around to doing that yet because I don't want to stop flying. So I'd have to disassemble it and not fly for I don't know, at least a week. But I use this thing a little bit, probably every day, at least for 20 minutes. Some days I do it, like tonight I'm doing a 2-hour flight. Or on the weekend I'll do a 2-hour, 3-hour flight. Weeknights not so much, but sometimes I'll do like a little bit before everybody goes to bed and everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. Excuse me.
So number 813 Quebec here, contact center 119 airport 95. 95.
I apologize, I know how loud that is on my mic. There's a little airport over there, a little field. The good thing about flying out here too is if you encounter a engine failure, it seems like it'd be a lot easier to find a place to set it down compared to if that were to happen over the Salt Lake area. I was trying to get the Provo. That was treacherous. Treacherous, especially with the weather conditions. If I remember correctly, I don't know. Maybe the weather was fine. The plane was just sucking. That's when I tuned it. But it's back to the factory default again. Put it back. Had this been a real flight, I would have taken the southern route, gone through like Vegas, or maybe even all the way. Yeah, I don't know. Problem is getting out of California. Like the Sierras are just everywhere, and then there's no easy way
Delta 99, traffic control,
through there. And then you got the Rockies, so you're better off going south and trying to
Look at Delta
hook around
99.
all that. Maybe like Albuquerque. But there's, out there, it's just elevation. It's brutal on a Cessna. Hot air affects the performance.
Delta 432 is here, clear and fly.
I think the best place to probably fly in the country would be Florida, South Florida, but along the Gulf side. I'm not a fan of the East Coast of Florida. I much prefer West. Maybe I'm just getting old, but it's just so much chiller. East side's just kind of obnoxious. But I would love to fly around like Sarasota area. Sarasota is like my favorite city. Probably Sarasota, Charleston. No particular order. Sarasota might be number one though. It's my kind of town. But there's things about Florida that I do not like. It's not paradise. I think the coast of California is much more beautiful. The weather is 100 times better. It's just so much more expensive. Florida's very relatively affordable compared to California. Taxes or something, but Florida's just it's not paradise. I've seen all Florida. As a musician, I played like dozens of cities in Florida. Not a fan. I think it's not that I'm not a fan. I just like United States is so weird that way. Like every state is literally like its own culture. Like it's its own place, So like it's tough. I know a lot of people do well. Like a lot of people from the Northeast or the Midwest move to Florida, especially Northeast. Just for like cheap, low cost of living relatively with the taxes down there. And it's so cheap. Property taxes are fucking ridiculously cheap, and no state income tax, and you pay in other ways. It's if you live there, like hurricane insurance and all that shit. It's crazy. Water, but I don't know. There are really cool parts of Florida. I love a lot of the Naples, Sarasota. Not so much Tampa, just basically because one of my friends lives there. And he's a douche. So pussy. It's chill out there. It's getting more uptight though, I feel. I don't know. It's getting angrier. I don't know. I much prefer the whole lifestyle and the cultural aspect of the Northeast and the Midwest to any other part of the country. Educationally, I think it's superior. Where all the educational, there's some great schools out west, don't get me wrong. Stanford, Caltech, they have a great state university system in California. Great. Probably the best in the country, in my opinion. The whole UC system. It's so friggin' expensive and packed. You're not in the tech business, you really have no business living there. It's just, what's the point? It's not that nice. California, San Francisco would be great. It's a nice city. It's got really cool, in terms of cultural significance, it's a 10 out of 10. Weather, it's my favorite weather city in the country. Like, that's my ideal weather. San Francisco weather. Like the nights there, it's so cold, but in such a refreshing way. The fog, like it's just not too sunny ever. It's not too humid ever. Like summers are not. It's just fantastic weather. Beautiful, like the hills. But it's just got so many problems. It's just, my buddy that lives there, and he's doing very, very well. He's at the top of the game in what he does. But not living that well for like who he is in his industry. It's crazy. But he's like literally pretty much one of the best in the world what he does in the music business. He moved up to Marin County, Maricopa. What is it? Marin County, I know, north of the Golden Gate. There's like a mountain up there. I know he's got like a condo basically on a second floor. I believe second floor, maybe first floor. I can't remember. He's just over. It's cool. He's got a cool view overlooking this waterway that leads eventually to the bay. I'm pretty sure you can canoe to the bay. So in theory, there could be sharks, in your backyard, which is pretty fucking cool. But he should be doing better, like living better, for like the genius that he is, basically. Oh.
3265 for 5,300.
Probably what? I don't know the square footage, but I'm guessing 900. Don't quote me on that. Not my business anyway. It's not like I got a big house. I got a beautiful yard. Best yard I'd say. Not that it's. Well, I wouldn't say that. I got some neighbors that have some amazing backyards. Uh-oh. Got the low fuel light on. Shit. Are we not going to make it? 45 minutes. Alright. We're going for it, man. Oh, wait. Or is this an air manager malfunction? Oh, that was an air... Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Air managers... Well, that was not a low fuel light. Good, we're good. I think we're okay. I think we got 12 gallons left. I'm from 16 the last time. But I said I think we have about 6 gallons. 6 to 8 gallons left when we get there, hopefully. If they clear us to land quickly. There's no traffic. But it is a busy airport. This is a pretty busy hub for the Midwest. I'm pretty sure Omaha is famous for something, this airport. I gotta look this up. I don't remember what exactly, but I know it is. Happily Field. This is definitely the field I'm thinking about. Largest airport in Nebraska. More arrivals and departures than all the other airports in the state combined. Alright, so this is the airport in the state. That's cool. We'll fly into it, Charlie. Practice for Rochester. That's our home airport. It's a medium hub. Holy shit, these edibles are kicking my friggin' ass.
2993, cutting on 125.57.
Or am I thinking of St. Louis Airport? I don't know. Thought this was known for something. Well, I know it's by far the biggest airport in the state, so that's cool.
Envoy 3652,
Cool to fly in there at night.
12135, Envoy 3652.
I gotta get something to drink, man. Other than alcohol. There, babe.
And good night, Envoy 3652, it's 24 miles, Envoy 3652, center keeping 200. Continue down to 200, Envoy 3652. JetBlue 95 traffic, 10 o'clock, 25 miles northbound, 8320, 1,000 feet above. Okay.
That's water. Oh, I see our manager's down.
ABC Airline is 2820 traffic, 1 o'clock, 20
Big
miles
surprise!
8320, 1,000 feet below. Okay, it'll be for the talk to you today on 2820.
Tonight. Dude, if Air Manager goes down when I'm landing and I can't monitor my airspeed or my altitude, I'm fucked. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Because these steam gauges, it is my understanding, do not fail.
1792, and you have the left one, except they can't.
What is this shit? Flying in the fucking clouds now all of a sudden? What is this, active shit? Oh, Christ. Do I need to pick up IFR? I do. Alright, here we go, Omaha. I have to file. Shit, so brief, okay. New flights. Where am I?
Jet Center 914, 345, 410, direct, Jet Center 914, better
What is it? What's Omaha? OMA. Yeah, I'm flying in the clouds, even though there are no clouds. This is the thing about Active Sky that pisses me off, man. Fighting all these elements that don't exist. I would not have flown into this shit. I guess it's good practice. Yeah. I wouldn't have flown into this had I not filed an IFR flight plan, knowing that this was a possibility. But when I look at the weather report, I mean, can it really change that fast? I doubt it.
Today, United United 81, Roger.
5385 Juliet. 85 Juliet. IFR pounds. Okay. Direct. Let's go. Come on. Generate this shit. Altitude.
Number 1736, percent maintain, fall 300. Dispatch flight level 300, jump to 1736.
Generate. Okay, I'm submitting my flight plan now. This is why it's nice to have this here, actually. I think I gotta stick with it on the Elk. I'm too used to it. If I ever fly in a real one like this, I gotta make sure this is something that wasn't fucked. Alright, let's file this shit. Pick up our clearance.
Flight level 340. Yoder, 340,
Minneapolis Center, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet. Can I get IFR clearance to Omaha, please? I'm just hitting some weather right now.
Eight-five Juliet, cleared to Omaha, direct. Then as filed. Squawk 5262 and ident.
Squawk 5262 ident. 85 Juliet. All right. Picked up IFR. There we go. Don't try to fly under it blindly.
85 Juliet, radar contact 13 southwest of Columbus Municipal Airport at 5700 feet, heading 079er, Columbus altimeter 30.33.
Yeah, that's me. 85 Juliet. Am I going to get yelled at?
85 Juliet, roger that.
All right, I'm definitely getting some low fuel indicators soon here because I'm getting close to 10 gallons of fuel left on board. With 70 miles to go, at least, depending on how they direct me in, and hopefully I don't have a missed approach. This is going to be a little bit of pressure. I can't crash this shit, man. I told you I'd have to delete my channel. I'm not ready for that. I was not planning an IFR flight tonight. The only reason I did this because it showed clear skies. I checked the weather report 3 fucking times before I took off. And hey, that's active sky for you in this. If I went to real weather, I guarantee it'd be clear skies right now. No clouds, but I've sworn to do active sky in its realistic mode. Say intentions in its realistic mode. All the flight dynamics realistic mode. As realistic as possible. The sounds, which I don't know if you pick up the sounds on this mic, but I think the mic is better. I know I kind of mumble when I talk, not that anyone really gives a shit about what I'm saying, but I don't know, I think I'm kind of funny. You might want to hear some stuff. And if not, man, fuck it. Almost forcing me to watch. Nobody is watching. Exactly. Sorry, this is. I literally just fall asleep to these videos at night. They put me to sleep. It's ASMR for me. I don't know why. Keep an eye on the enunciator panel. It's going to light up any minute, I bet. Low fuel. 66 miles to go, nautical miles. Plus whatever approach course I take. If it's still IFR, hopefully not. I was under the impression it would be a clear flight into Omaha and it would be a nice unobstructed view of the city as I flew in at night. So if this bullshit continues, I'm going to disable active sky and just go real weather. X-plane real weather. Because I trust X-plane's weather, but I do trust active sky's weather effects. Just based on all my research. But hey, that's just me. I'm not saying that should be your opinion. Just tell me why if you give a shit. What's up with these clouds, man? This was supposed to be a clean flight in. Jeez, man. Call the night. I could definitely go to bed right now. No, I gotta get there. Come on. Suck it up. It's 10:53 p.m. my time, almost 11 p.m. and I got to work tomorrow. Really? But it is Friday. maxing out at 2200 RPMs. I don't like this. Why is that? I'm at full throttle right now. Alright, this is where I get into trouble because I lose power on this plane. What is going on? Oil pressure's good, oil temp's good, vacuum's good, battery's good, fuel flow is perfect. I have kind of low fuel, but why am I've got full throttle right now. I got under 2200 RPMs. That's not good. It's not good at all. So I think what I got to do is land this plane right now and call it a night. So I got to find an emergency airport. Again, 7 miles away, 122.9. Okay, 11. Yeah, I'm stalling. What's happening? Hold on. This is ice. Keto heat. Hold on. See, I knew something was wrong. I'm not even in it. Okay, I gotta declare emergency. 115. There it is. Mayday, mayday. I'm losing engine power. I am going for 93 Yankee. I'm 6 miles to the west. 85 Juliet. My visuals are falling apart. Okay. What is happening, dude? Like, is this the effects of the edibles? Like, what's happening to my visuals? Okay, I can do this. Hold on. Runway 116. Holy shit, another emergency landing. What is going on? Okay, come straight in. I'm dead. Okay, let's get some. That's it's just like the time of year. This is not going to be an easy landing. What airport is this? 93 Yankee. David City Municipal Skyhawk 5385 Juliet is inbound for a full stop emergency landing 4 miles to the west. Please clear the runway. 85 Juliet. Okay, I don't know why these visuals are crapping out either. I think this is part of it. I'm wondering if the simulator is actually malfunctioning. Because it's definitely nothing I'm doing. Everything is fine. The weather's fine. The aircraft is fine. I'm up on my maintenance. 121. Mayday, mayday, mayday. I'm going in for emergency landing to David City Municipal Airport, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet. I just broadcasted over guard and I got my emergency. Oh shit. Is this going to be it?
Skyhawk 5385 Juliet, guard roger, emergency landing to David City Municipal Airport acknowledged. Altimeter 30.34, winds calm. Runway 14 or 32 available. Relay any further requests or updates.
Say the runways again, 85 Juliet.
Juliet, guard roger, emergency landing to David City Municipal Airport acknowledged. Altimeter 30.34, winds calm. Runway 14 or 32 available.
14.
Relay any further requests or updates.
Roger, I'm taking runway 14, 85 Juliet. Okay, I don't know why I can't see a thing on this screen. It's all blurred out. I can see fine over here. I can see fine over here. What the fuck is this? Is this auto ortho? I can't even see the fucking airport, dude. What the hell's going on, man? What's my speed? I don't even know where my heading is. I can't see the airport. I mean, I'm supposed to be flying in at 140, so let me here a little more, and then I'm just going to curve it in and go for it. This will be it, guys. Hope I love you. Tell the kids I'm proud of them. They're going to be fantastic. I can't see shit. Oh, oh shit. Oh, dude, what are you doing? Oh, shit. Alright, that was the closest call of them all. But we made it, y'all. What the fuck? What is going on, dude? Like, this isn't even my fault. This is the simulator, dude. Whatever failed big time on me there because I was doing fine. What the fuck? Well, does that count? I mean, I technically survived it. Probably going to be a little sore. But fuck, I did what I could. Aviated first, navigated second, communicated third. But I didn't stop flying that day. The plane is still working. I don't know how. Alright, I missed the airport. See, that's the thing. I couldn't see the runway because the screen. Like, I landed right in the airport parking lot. Right, I'm taxiing back to the airport. Here we go. Hopefully the screen fixes itself. I don't know what is going on here. Yeah, I'm maxing out at under 2,000 RPMs. Something's wrong with my plane. Again. I got ripped off, man. I see why this guy was so eager to sell for cheap. Thought I won the negotiation. Apparently not. There's the airport. Excuse me. Thanks for stopping, buddy, last time. Car was like, fuck it, man. I have the right of way. Fuck, man. So people are. Drive to work every day. All through Rochester. Some angry fucking people out there, man. Everybody just calm down. I don't know why my front screen is so screwed up right now. I can't see shit. Just fucked up my whole leg. Just had to crash it. Didn't make it to the airport. Just pulling straight up to the terminals over here. Alright, I gotta find the fuel. Probably maintenance too. Might have to get her checked out. I want to check the wheels. What are we doing here? We're just sitting in a big pile of grass or what? I would be able to tell if I could see. Let's go over here to the fuel tanks. Over to the fuel. That's where we're going to park it, and we're going to do a little maintenance check on her. Right next to this other Cessna. That one looks a little nicer. That looks like a new SP. 172 SP Skyhawk. That's a $500,000 use. Okay. I'm shutting this thing down. That was horrible. Glad I didn't put the flaps. See, I learned that the last time I almost crashed. Oh my god, dude. I don't think I'm ever getting my private pilot certificate when I'm flying. It's not my fault. Like, why is the airplane just ceasing to work? I'm flying at 5,000 feet. Is it because it's cold out? Like, you can't fly these things in the cold? Everything is fine. Like, what is the problem? If you're a pilot out there and you're watching this, please help me understand. Help me understand why my screen just turned into like jello during my landing. Because that would have been a lot easier to land if that wasn't happening. If I would have landed in the parking lot. You know what it was? I think it simulated the effects of the edibles. I think the edibles turned on me and they portrayed it in the simulator. That's how accurate the simulator is, man. See? Got it all figured out. All right, I'm shutting her down. Good night, everybody. I'm going to bed. I got to get up for work tomorrow morning. If you actually watch this, that's awesome. Thank you. See you later.